It's okay.
I love eating a fruit diet because just the way it makes me feel. There's no comparison on how fruit makes me feel, and it's the one thing I can do where I get up in the morning and I have very little effort, and I'm helping the environment, I'm helping the animals, and I'm helping my health. So it's amazing overall. The difference between raw food and cooked food is that when I eat cooked food, I don't feel as alive, I don't feel as hydrated, I don't feel as good. I have to sleep more. I just don't have the energy and the vibrance that I have when I eat just an abundance of raw, fresh fruits and vegetables.
For me, the difference between raw foods and cooked food is the feeling I get after I eat it. So on the raw, I'm just so high vibe. On the cooked, I have a hangover and I feel low, and it's just, you know, I'm like, why did I do it? Just after, like, if you had alcohol, it's kind of the same feeling. What do I love about eating a fruit diet? I love that it tastes good, that it's beautiful, that it's not hurting anyone. I like I said, the high vibe of it, so just feeling good, and I like that it's so abundant and just awesome.
What I like about a fruit diet is all the beautiful colors and just those juicy, yummy, different types of sweet flavors. And just all the different, I mean, it's a rainbow, it's beautiful. The difference between raw food and cooked food for me is that the raw food gives me so much life force, and it makes me happy all the time. Actually, I don't know what cooked food does to me anymore. After 18 and a half years, I kind of forgot. Crazy, huh?
I love the freedom you feel when you're lit up from the bottom all the way up to the top with fresh fruit, you know, all the piranhas all in one. So I just love feeling the best I could possibly feel. Feeling great, feeling easy to be free, feeling easy to feel lit up and amazing and happy and boisterous. Eating cooked food to me is like a weight on me that makes me feel crappy and more internalizing and thinking about food rather than all the stuff I want to create and enjoy.
And give me one story about your best experience with fruit.
In the trees with a woman I loved and still love, eating the freshest, juiciest figs in the world. Just, you know, looking at each other, laughing, smiling so big, and just squeezing the juice and squeezing it in her mouth. Just the best ever.
So the difference between a raw food diet and a cooked food diet is, I find when I eat raw foods, I feel much lighter. So if I'd have a cooked dinner, I notice when I wake up in the morning I feel quite heavy and not so good. Whereas if I have a light fruit dinner, I wake up in the morning, I feel great, you know, I can just get up, run. It just feels amazing, and I've really noticed the difference between eating like raw all day or raw till 4, so with like cooked meal in the evening. And I feel much better when I eat just all raw food.
I love eating a fruit-based diet because I've always really loved fruit. It just makes sense to me, it's always really made sense. And it's just so tasty, and it gives me this really like high vibrancy energy, and I'm always really happy. And I would just say it makes sense. So the difference for me between raw food and cooked food is, I'd say vibrancy in one word. I look at fruit and I can like feel something from it, and it sounds crazy, but I look at it and it's like calling for me to eat it. It just looks vibrant, it's like wanting to be eaten. And then cooked food is, it doesn't have vibrancy to me. I mean, it's tasty, I'm not gonna lie, you know, I'd enjoy a plate of rice or something like that, but it's not really giving me anything. I don't really have a relationship with it like I do with fruit. So vibrancy is the biggest difference, and that reflects from the way you are in the world, and you know who you are as a person, who you become. You become the fruit, and that's what I'd say. Stay vibrant. Yeah. The best nectarine I've had all year.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So for me, the difference between a raw food and a cooked food is that raw food really works, and a cooked food, plant-based diet worked a little. So again, for me, coming from a chronic fatigue background, a cooked plant-based diet made me feel slightly better. It made me survive my condition. When I went raw, I really started to thrive, and it just made life so much more simple. Didn't have to think, oh, what cooked food, or the various food groups I have. Just simple fruit meals and simple green smoothies.
So what I love about eating a fruit-based diet is it just makes me feel good. Makes me feel great. Digestion's great. Everything's great. It's changed my life completely. Can't complain.
Well, I love everything. I've tried several different diets, from eating everything to vegetarian and vegan, but nothing comes close to fruitarianism. It's just amazing. My energy is amazing, my health is amazing, my skin is so much clearer. It gives me happiness. That's just what I've been looking for all the time. Even when I've been eating mostly raw, it's been a whole different story than now that I'm eating just raw food, just mostly fruit. The digestion is so much better now. I have so much more energy. It's just worlds apart.
Thank you.
Fruit-based diet, usually I would say what I love is just like clarity in my head and just a clear feeling in my belly. That's pretty much it. But then this week I found another advantage. I sprained my ankle a couple of days ago and it's already starting to heal. Still got this bad boy strapped up, but yeah, I might even go for a run with Ted tomorrow. We'll see. Cooked food, I don't know when to stop with cooked food. And you said it before, but cooked food is a drug. People don't like to hear it, but all you gotta do is try and stop eating it and you'll soon find out. So the thing with like raw food, I always find that I know when to stop pretty much. It's difficult to overeat, but with cooked stuff I can just keep going. I'm looking for something, looking for a feeling, looking for a taste, and I just never quite get there until I'm like just super stuffed, can't eat anymore, and then I just have to stop. So I just love the feeling of fruit-based diet, sure, for the win.
Thanks, bro.
I love to feel healthy, I love to feel vibrant, I love to feel clean. I like digestion just to be something going on in the background. I love the energy, I love the people it attracts. I like having sweet fruit as much as I want, and that is the biggest treat to me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And the difference between raw and cooked for you?
So the difference between raw and cooked, raw food is water rich, hydrating, it feels good, you can eat as much as you want, it's also, you're not restricted by size. And cooked food is emotional, it's clogging, causes brain fog, discomfort, also thirst if it's a very savoury meal. The positives are so much better with the raw food.
Cool, thanks bro.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they'll be super happy to have you.
I love eating a fruit-based diet because it makes me feel a lot more energized. Helps me to think clearer and function better, and basically I like the taste. It's sweet and juicy. You know, we all have sweet cravings, so it's always better to have the fruit instead of like candy or chocolate or anything that's not designed for us, because it gives you more energy, it makes you feel more vibrant, it makes you more happier. When you eat cooked food, it just makes you feel like crap. Raw is real, and the raw is law, so eating raw makes you feel more alive, because the enzymes aren't being cooked out when you eat cooked food, and you're getting those enzymes, which means your food's getting digested properly, so that your digestive system doesn't have to work on digesting your food when you eat cooked food, and instead you have more time to live your life and live your passion and do what you want to do in life. So eating fruit, it just makes you more nourished, feel better and more satisfied, so that you don't always want to eat stuff, because cooked food never satisfies anyone.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah? Hey.
Actually, you get a more positive feeling. I was having a lot of problem in my life the time I started eating fruit, and all those worries and anxieties became so much less, even almost disappeared, you know, when I started eating fruit. The difference between raw food and cooked food for me is that cooked food, I can eat it for, like, I'm a food addict. I've been since I was 5, emotional eater. I would just eat and eat and eat, and I feel it is less like that when I eat fruit, because I get kind of satisfied in another way, while on other food I would just have that addictive feeling, and I wouldn't feel satisfied. I would just eat more and more and more until my stomach hurt. And yeah, so a big difference is that I don't eat that or do that. If I have like a 10 banana smoothie, or maybe 1 iceberg lettuce head and 3 bananas, then I'm full and I don't really need anymore. Like, I'm really feeling that I'm fueling my body rather than fueling some kind of addiction that is not necessarily going to do my body well, or only partly going to do my body well. And yeah, those are the main things.
So, like, the site that my program is run through is called Zippy Courses, and there are tons of different websites or programs that you can use to run a course through.
What do we got, Christy?
Tomatoes, dude. Tomato terminating it. You know, you gotta hit these tomatoes. They're so damn good.
So freaking good.
Freaking good.
Can we get a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come fruit yourself?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fruitarian, living lifestyle. Learn about the benefits and start now. Eating from the vine and feeling divine. Fruit living with nature's design.